Song Jong Bone Dan Jie Jang Bori Sing Yok Chusam Ge Wan Song Buldo Jung Sing Padyok Jinang Om Garajya Sabaha Om Garajya Sabaha Om Garajya Sabaha. So we'll add in the Pali refuge vows. Buddham Saranam Gacchami Dhammam Saranam Gacchami Sangham Saranam Gacchami. I go for refuge in the Buddha. I go for refuge in the Dharma. I go for refuge in the Sangha. Buddham Saranam Gacchami Dhammam Saranam Gacchami Sangham Saranam Gacchami. So we'll start our first period of seated meditation. There will eventually be a point in your practice where you do not know you are walking even as you walk, and do not know you are sitting even as you sit. In this situation, Mara's legions of 84,000 demons guarding the gates of the six sense faculties will rise up and attack you the moment any kind of mind arises. But when any kind of mind does not appear, what harm can they do? Gatha on opening the sutras. This Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely encountered, even in hundreds of thousands of millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, hold and maintain it. May we completely realize the true mind of all Buddhas. So, here's a name that you've probably never heard in a Dharma talk before and probably won't ever again. Leon Trotsky. For those of you who aren't up on your early 20th century Russian history, Leon Trotsky was a Bolshevik. He was involved in the 1917 October Revolution that brought about the Soviet Union. And after a certain amount of time, a couple of decades, Stalin had him exiled and then actually had him killed too in Mexico. So anyway, why do I bring up a Bolshevik in a Dharma talk? It seems rather incongruous, doesn't it? Well, it is. Except Trotsky's big thing, his theory, was permanent revolution, which is an interesting pair of words. And we won't go into what that is in his gestalt. But permanent and revolution, interesting pair. Permanent implies perpetuating, perpetual, consistent, never changing, solid, etched in stone. You could say any number of things about permanent. But the main one that you would probably come up with is not changing, static. And then you've got the word revolution, which by its nature does mean change, usually in a fairly large way. It's not like I'm going to have a revolution with my socks in the morning. However, on a broader global scale, there's revolutions all the time, right? So, on the one hand, you've got static, and on the other hand, you've got changing, big time changing, which is, I guess you could call it a dialectic. It can be permanent and revolutioning, revolting. So how does that actually fit into Buddhism in general? Well, of course, we know that the three marks of existence are no self, impermanence, and suffering, anicca, anatta, and dukkha. There are those who throw in a fourth one, nirvana. I wasn't taught that way. I'm a three mark of existence, three Dharma seal guy. So, no self, we don't really need to go into right here. Suffering, dukkha, we don't really need to go into very deeply here. But impermanence, that's a biggie. All conditioned phenomena is characterized by both impermanence and emptiness. Everything is going through constant changing. Changing, 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 changing. You could even say it's permanently changing, because that at least is a static state, which is kind of a weird thing, considering static and changing are sort of, like I said, the dialectic. But everything that's conditioned on something else is subject to impermanence. Sometimes we really like that impermanence thing. Like when the snow melts and I don't have to shovel anymore. I'm pretty okay with that form of impermanence. When the autumn leaves finally stop falling and the first frost hits, yeah, that impermanence I'm not that crazy about. And then when the first snowfall hits and fall changes into winter, not digging that impermanence. So there are plenty of opportunities for us to experience impermanence every day. I mean, consciously experience it. Not just like, oh, I had a bunch of skin cells just die and slough off. But more things like, noticing the seasons change. Noticing when our car gets a flat tire. Noticing when a loved one gets sick or dies. All these things, they're all things that are very unpleasant. We want to hang on to that loved one. We want to hang on to autumn. We want to hang on to the sunshine. We want to hang on to the air in our tire. But it's subject to change. I mentioned that impermanence and emptiness are both characterized by being conditioned. All conditioned phenomena are characterized by emptiness, is a, as I recall, D.T. Suzuki quote. You can say the same about, substitute the word impermanent in there as well. I wouldn't say that they're exactly the same. Impermanence is more of a physical manifestation, and emptiness is more of a, I don't want to use the word cosmic or spiritual, but I will. It's more of a cosmic scenario where it pervades all conditioned phenomena. It's the status quo. It's how things are. You could say that the state of emptiness, or that there is a state of emptiness, is an example of permanence, but I won't. So there's, like I said, levels of this impermanence. We have the more mundane ones. Oh, I got a hole in my sock. And then there's the bigger ones, like finding out that what you thought you could count on is not quite what you can count on. It's one of those things that I've used the example in the past about the three-legged stool, right? You take one of them out, let's say something goes impermanent, and everything collapses. So impermanence can be a real drag. It can be great. It can be a drag. Whatever it is, it's a thing. There's no denying it. Just like there's no denying dukkha as a result from it. Sometimes it just makes us suffer because we want to hang on to that thing that we have grown to like. So, emptiness. We often say that it's open rather than lacking. Emptiness is the world of possibilities. Emptiness implies that since there is nothing static, nothing to actually grasp onto, then all things are possible. Not such a bad thing. Maybe a little tough to get used to. Maybe I don't really want to think of emptiness right now. I'd really like to have something to stand on. I'd like all three legs of that stool to be there just for a little while. And maybe for a little while they will be, but not forever. Changing, changing, changing. So where does that leave us? Well, once we have internalized emptiness, the acceptance of emptiness, you could even say, just being aware of emptiness, seeing emptiness, having a view of emptiness. It's a thing. No arguing about it. And given that all things are possible, when someone comes along and says, I'm suffering, my dog died, among the things that you can say in emptiness would be, oh, all dogs are impermanent, as are the rest of us. And your perception of the dog is empty and probably not real helpful, not real skillful. In fact, we had a talk about this just a couple of weeks ago. So what is helpful? What's going to help one of those sentient beings who's suffering because of basically impermanence? The revolution, as it were. You got to be able to read it. You have to be able to pay attention, be mindful of situation, relationship, and function, as we're prone to say. You know, who is this person? Are you at a funeral? Is that your situation? Is it some stranger you never have seen again, as seen before, and probably never will again? What do you do? What is your function in that scenario? Do you go on about impermanence and emptiness? Depending on the relationship, maybe. Somebody would have to be a real solid Buddhist practitioner to accept that sort of statement from someone. And they would probably be solid enough that they already know that. They don't need you to tell them about emptiness and impermanence. And shut up and let me cry. Tears pass. Smiles pass. The opportunity to be of service to someone, to help them, those opportunities may not come along all that often, especially with a given person. In fact, if you aren't helpful, you may not ever have the opportunity to be helpful again with them, because they may just tell you to get the hell out of here. So we read the situation. We have to be mindful of it. We have to pay attention to that situation, that relationship, and that function, so we know what the appropriate action will be in that situation with that particular person. So, in closing, I would like to thank Leon Trotsky and my synapses for collaborating in coming up with the idea for this Dharma talk. So here's to you, Lev. All right, like I said, probably never before, and with there's a real good chance never again will you hear Leon Trotsky in a Dharma talk. So let's go back for another 15-minute period of seated meditation. And when any kind of mind appears, this is the entrance of the demon king. The mind that does not appear is the five skandhas demon. The mind that both appears and does not appear is the Mara of passions. Yet in the true Dharma, these so-called demons do not, in fact, exist. So, let us chant the Heart Sutra. Mahaprajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply the Prajna Paramita, perceives that all five skandhas are empty and is safe from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease. Therefore, in emptiness, no form, no feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth, until no realm and consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of it, and so forth, until no old age and death, and also no extinction of them, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva depends on Prajna Paramita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist, far apart from every perverted view, and dwells in nirvana in the three worlds. All Buddhas depend on Prajna Paramita and attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore know that Prajna Paramita, the great transcendent mantra, is the great bright mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. So proclaim Prajna Amita mantra, proclaim the mantra which says Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Svaha Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Svaha Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Svaha. Let's recite Venerable Wanji's loving kindness meditation. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I have a calm and peaceful mind. May I have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May my parents be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May my teachers be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May family members and relatives be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May friends and acquaintances be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May unfriendly people and my enemies be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May unknown persons be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May all beings, with form and without form, visible, invisible, born or coming to birth, large and small, from the highest realm of existence to the lowest, be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. Let's do some dedications of merit. If you have anybody in mind, you'll have a chance to add them in. All sentient beings are one seamless body and pass quickly from birth to death. We remember those who cared for us and are gone, those who are ill, those who are at war, who are hungry and who are in pain. May they heal and have peace. We especially dedicate our service to Mike Gingy Wood, Brian Unger, Mylin Pham, the Sheridan family. Would anyone want to add anything in?
Barry and Juanita.
All beings in the 10 directions, subject to the greed, hatred, and delusions of themselves or others. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all honored ones, Bodhisattva, Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Maha Prajna Paramita. Recite our faith and practice vow. I will never retreat and be firm in my mind in this correct Dharma. I will escape from the samsaric cycle of birth and death, and definitely will see my original face. I will be sure to inherit the life of insight of the Buddha and save all sentient beings. Spiritual source shines clearly in the light. Branching streams flow on in the dark. Infinite realms of light and dark convey the Buddha mind. Birds and trees and stars and we ourselves come forth in perfect harmony. We practice and recite this for all beings in grateful thanks to our many guides along the way. And the four great Bodhisattva vows. Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to help them all. Delusions are countless. We vow to see through them all. Opportunities to awaken are infinite. We vow to embrace them all. The Buddha way is endless. We vow to embody it. Life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes swiftly by and opportunities to awaken are easily lost. Strive to realize your true nature and do not squander your time by night or day.